welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we are going to discuss something related to the that is wind pressure, which we were discussing since last two videos. I'm posting the same content. Today also we are going to discuss related to that, and I'm creating a series of that thing because it will be helpful for you to attempt any kind of exams. And I know that in the curriculum in the civil engineering we need so. And before going towards the next thing or next parameter, please guys do not forget to press the bell icon and please subscribe our channel. Keep supporting like this so that I can create many more content with your support. Okay, so basically second important factor in which like a VB, this is the thing which we are discussing since last two sessions. VZ is equals to VB into K1 into K2 into K3. So the parameter now which we want to discuss is the K21, that is terrain height and structure size factor, in which first of all, terrain has been divided into four categories, that is category 1, category 2, category 3, and category 4. So accordingly, categories are divided on. Now one by one we'll try to understand what is the category 1, category 2 exactly means. So when your terrain in which the construction is to be done is having an open terrain, few or no obstructions in that particular area, average height of the any object surrounding the structure is less than 1.5, you can consider the category 1. Now you suppose you assume that you want to construct a building, and that's why you are calculating this particular design wind speed. Okay, so while we are calculating the same, we need to analyze the things that where we are constructing that. So if you are going to construct a building in that particular area where there are few constructions or like few obstructions or no obstructions are there, the terrain is completely open, nothing is there, and again, if there are certain structures and they also having an height of that structures like 1.5 or less than that, so you can take your structure or you can consider that your structure is going to fall in the category 1. The second category is your terrain or in which you are going to construct your building is like there are certain obstructions and height of the buildings in that particular region is 1.5 to 10 meter. Okay, so considerable height is there. Why these categories are important, that I'll try to explain you. Basically, when we are constructing a building, your building is of like 20 meters. Say, assume your building is of 20-meter height, and the surrounding structures are having a height of 10 meter or less. That time, the impact of wind pressure on your building will be more. Okay. Category 3. Category 3 is nothing but when your building is in that area where few isolated tall structures are there and the height of the buildings surrounding in that area is about 10-meter height. Okay, it means the wind which is acting on your building BLS1, because the obstructions are there which are taking the wind load more, and by that purpose on your building the wind is going to having an impact which is a less one. Okay, category 4 is nothing but there are numerous large obstructions. Okay, so you can take an area, that is if you are building a construction, if you are doing a construction in a commercial area where there are tall structures, if you are constructing a building in a rural area where there are no constructions, like buildings are having a height of like only 1.5, 3 meter, 4 meter, likewise, then the categories are likewise you are going to make a category likewise. So now the class of structures again we have to discuss, because your building your K2 factor, terrain height and structure size factor, will be depending upon the three things. Like first of all, we have discussed terrain. Now we need to discuss something related to the structure size because it is categorized in the class. Okay. Terrain is classified into categories and structure size is classified into a class A, class B, class C. So what does it mean? That we'll try to understand from this next factor. So I'll go down because in the downside, they have listed it very clearly. See, here they have listed down. The buildings or structures are classified into following three different classes depending upon their sizes. So class A, class B, and class C. What does it mean? So class A is nothing but when the structures, their components such as cladding, glazing, roofing, having maximum dimensions is less than 20, horizontal or greatest horizontal or vertical dimension, whichever is greater that you need to consider. Suppose your building is having a height of 10 meter and width of 20 meters. So which is greater? 20 meter. So it is like equal to 20. So it will not fall in the class A. Okay, because class A is nothing but when your building height or width, whatever is the one factor which is less than 20, that time it fall into class A. Now we will discuss something related to class B. So class B is nothing but when the greatest horizontal or vertical dimension is in between 20 or 50 meter. That time it will come into class B. Class C, again it is greater than 50. When your building height or width is greater than 50, then time your structure will fall into category or class C. So now we came to know what is category, we came to know what is class. Height already we know because what height of structure we are going to construct, that is, it is already known to us. So it is not a parameter to be discussed. These categories and classes, that was a different one. Apart from this syllabus, apart from the imagination, that's why we have discussed elaborately these things. Now we proceed with the next part, that is how we are going to classify the how we are going to classify these things in the table, that we need to understand. So come to the table. First of all, I know that the height of my building is 20. Suppose my building height is 20. So first thing I came to know. Category, I know, as we know, that is category is, suppose I have a category 2. The building which I am going to construct, that fall in the category 2. Okay, so category 2 is finalized. Now class A, class B, class C, that I need to finalize. So the width or height, whatever is in between 10, 20 to 50. It means I fall into class B. So the three things I came to know. And now for this 20-meter height, and for class B and terrain category, I came to know that 1.05 is the K2 factor. As simple as that. So now we came to know how to calculate the K2 factor. So in that formula, we came to know K1. Now we came to know K2, how it is to be calculated. In next video, we are going to discuss how to calculate the K3 factor. And then also we will try to understand how VB is to be considered. It is very easy because it will be given according to the region or according to the cities also. If you are living in Nagpur, if you are living in Nanded, if you are living in Pune, if you are living in Hyderabad, whatever maybe the cities, Mumbai and all. So accordingly that will be classified. So it is very much easy again, but for your knowledge, I'll share in my next video. I'll also try to clear that topic also. Okay, so I hope you guys got some good knowledge in today's discussion. So please like, share, and subscribe our channel. And please keep supporting like this. Thank you, everyone.